This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Sunset Trail, model number 222RB. Okay, this is not a floor plan video, it's a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. Okay. So, starting at the door side rear, first of all you see we've got power stabilizers, extend and retract, very simple. Now if you go to the other side, you can see that there's a shaft with a pin through it. Let's find it here, right here. There's a shaft with a pin through it, right? Well, they give you a crank for that, just in case you have an issue. Let me get this. Okay. Just in case you have an issue with it, you can crank it manually. There we go. Using this crank right here, you can see it has a cylinder. Hopefully you can see that. A cylinder with a slot cut in it. So that fits right over that shaft with a pin through it, okay? Alrighty. So you can crank those manually if you get yourself into any kind of trouble. You have some kind of power failure or something. You can always get them up or down. So you have a refrigerator outside here, running water, of course, and you have a griddle here. Let me get this out. There we go. And you can see it's a regular griddle. The thing to remember is you have to plug it in. Okay. I'm talking about the LP line. So this is a quick connect for the LP line. You bring it down underneath, and then let's see here. It'll connect right to this quick connect right here, and that's how you get gas to the griddle. Okay. As we move this way, you have a on-demand water heater. I'll show you the switches inside, but there's no tank. It's all on demand. This will not, if you don't have a water source, let's say your freshwater tank isn't filled with the pump on, or you don't have city water hooked up, it will not turn on. So it's not gonna run without water in it. It's a safety feature. I'll show you the switches when we get inside, but you get endless supply of hot water. Okay, so you have a power awning with LED strip, outside speakers. You have a power here plus TV signal out if you wanted to put a TV out here. That's your furnace vent there. Your front stabilizer switch. Again, one switch. The front switch controls both front, and the rear switch controls both rear stabilizers. That is your dump hose, and there is an adapter for your power cord. This is your hitch. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control, so we'll show you how that operates when you pick up. Okay. You have a deep cycle marine battery, and there's the kill switch for the battery. If you want to shut it off for any reason, you can just shut it off right there. You have two 20-pound LP tanks which are full, and you have an automatic changeover regulator. You have a power tongue jack. Okay. It's obviously up and down. It also has a hitch light, and if it fails for any reason, let me look over here. Yeah. If it fails for any reason, you have this small crank here. And what you can do is you can pull this plug right on the top here, put the crank on there, and you can crank it manually, so you can always get a hitch and unhitch no matter what. Okay. This is a quick connect water sprayer. There are some ports around the trailer. There's at least one, sometimes two. I'll point them out as we get to them. Okay. This will be shut. I left it open just so you can see. When you're winterizing the trailer, you're gonna use this hose right here. You're gonna put it right into the antifreeze. Let's see if you can see that. Let me back up here. So right here, But keep in mind, right there, hopefully we can see it, is a valve. So right now that valve is set into position so it draws water. When the pump's turned on, it'll draw water from the fresh water tank. Before you winterize, you'll switch that valve so it draws through this line right here. So that way you can use the water pump to draw the antifreeze into the system, pump it through, okay? So this will be closed, like I said. I just left it open to show you that. Now when it comes to your water, this is the city water hookup. That's the most common way to get water to the trailer. Just hook it up and you're all set. Now if you're camping someplace without city water, you're boondocking or whatever, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here. After you fill it, you can go to the campsite and then use the electric water pump, the 12-volt water pump, and pump water. All the plumbing will work as though you've got city water. You'll just be pumping it from your tank. I'll show you where the pump switch when we get inside, okay? And this is your black tank flush. Like it says on here, always leave the black tank valve open before you turn on any water. You don't want too much pressure to build up, but let me just give you the general idea here. Let's go back this way. Okay, so you have your gray and your black tanks here. So after you dump your black tank, which is toilet water and waste, it's the black valve, and it's always the larger of the two valves, okay? So after you dump that, you leave it open. Then you would put the hose at the dump station right on here. Turn it on and it'll spray out the inside of your black tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. So it's a really good feature, and if you got a working hose at the dump station that hasn't been run over or anything like that, I highly recommend it. It does a great job keeping the sensors clean so you can get good accurate reading. Okay, this quick drain here, this is that white valve. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. Hold on please. I can't see very well, so I believe it's right there. There you go. So that gate valve right there dumps your fresh water tank. Okay, your slide room, just so you know, it's called there are different types of slide rooms. This one's called an AccuSlide, in case you need to know that for any reason. This particular type is an AccuSlide. You got a 30 amp system with a 30 amp cord. We also give you that reducer to reduce it down to 20 like I showed you. Okay. You have this housing up here shows us it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit. So if you ever want to install a backup camera, it's already pre-wired for it. You have a ladder which makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 60 days. So a couple times a summer you want to go up there and make sure everything's in good shape. You're just staying ahead of any potential issues. Odds are you won't have to do anything when you're looking at that or having somebody look at it for you. But you look at the sealant, make sure there's no crack in your separation. You look at the roofing material and roofing attachments, make sure they weren't damaged by any low branches or road debris, that sort of thing. You're just staying ahead of any potential issues. This is a port for that sprayer I showed you. This, he's got it closed here, but this just has your hookups for your campground cable and satellite, that sort of thing. It's got a signal booster with a blue light, but it's just coax fittings that you can screw the cable onto, okay? All right, so let's go inside. Okay, so your control panel is right here on this one. So this is your slide room here, and this is your power awning. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in so it doesn't get damaged. To turn your water pump on is right here, right? You have tank heaters on this one, meaning there are heating pads on all of your holding tanks, so you can extend your camping season before they would freeze. You just turn those on right like that. It's a good feature. Lights here. Let me show you. The awning light there. Okay, so also you can check your levels here. Your battery's charged. You only have one black tank, so you just pay attention to black tank 1, gray tank, fresh water, that sort of thing. It's all checked right there. Your TV it has a swing out bracket, but it's more than just a TV. It has FM radio. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream from your phone or your tablet. HDMI in the front and the rear, in case you want to go into the system with a, you know, portable Blu-ray player or something like that. 2 speaker zones. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside. It might be A and B, but A or 1 is inside. 2 or B is the outside speakers. Okay. Like I said, this is on a swing-out bracket, as you can see. This device down here is your power converter. Let me pull that off. This converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged in, you have regular 110 AC circuit breakers here like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled. Right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. So you got 12 volt fuses here, and they're all labeled. Okay, that's where your 12 volt comes from. Now, this is also a battery tender, so it's going to sense how much energy your battery up front on the tongue has and needs, and it'll always keep it charged. It'll send as many amps necessary to charge it up. Okay. When you're pulling down the road, obviously your tow vehicle's charge line will charge it. All right. Now I don't know if he's got the gas on here or not. Let me see. Let's see. If not, I'll just talk you through it. So you have these 3 knobs here for the 3 burners. This is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark it. And then this is the oven knob here. So, yeah, he's got gas. Now, because it was just hooked up, it'll take a minute for the air bubble to get through. So let me just keep doing this. Once you get the air through, like if you run the furnace or what, there it goes, or whatever. Come on. Let's do this one. My point is, you won't have to do this all the time. Right, there it goes. Once you get the air bubble out of there, it's going to light every time. So there we go. So keep that in mind. Anytime you change the tanks, you're going to have to go through that. This is for the oven here. Now there's a pilot light at the bottom, all the way to the back at the bottom. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the pilot light, then you depress it. Then you're going to light the pilot light down here. Once it lights, you hold it in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Go to operating temperature. When you're done, you can shut it off. The flame goes out, but so does the pilot light, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. You have blue light here, oven light there. Always travel with this cover closed. So you have a fan and a light here. Microwave works like any other microwave. Same with the faucets. You have a refrigerator here. This is a 12 volt DC refrigerator. So it works just like, it has a compressor like your refrigerator at home, and it just runs on 12 volt. This table's detachable, obviously, and it stores underneath here. See, there's a trap door there, a compartment door, so that's where you would store it. Also, this, let me see what we have here. This is a hide-a-bed. So you can see the cushions pull off, and you can fold this section out and turn it into a bed for visitors. Okay. So let's go here. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If it's not green, get it serviced immediately. Never just leave it. So it should always be green. That detects carbon monoxide and LP gas buildup. Your thermostat is here. Works like any thermostat. You hit the mode button to light it up. Then you keep hitting the mode button to go through all the different options. Okay, GFCI plug. So all the plugs in the trailer, even the one on the outside, is wired through a GFCI. So keep that in mind. This is your controls for your on-demand water heater. Like I said, without water, it will not operate. So it's got to have water pressure and either the pump on with water in the tank or a city water hookup. So, okay, but it gives you all the hot water you need. More storage, you know. The toilet sits right over a black tank, like all RV toilets. You got a flush pedal right here. So you can't use it dry. By dry I mean without chemical and water in the black tank below. It sits right over the black tank. So when you get to your campground, you hook up your power and your water, you'll come in here, you put a dose of chemical right in the bowl, then you'll step on this and let a gallon or so of water go into the tank below, and then you're all set to use it. If you don't do that, if you use it dry, the smell will be terrible, super terrible, and it'll also get clogged up. So you always have chemical and water in it. You never run it dry. Your shower works like any other shower. When you're traveling, I mean, this has a magnetic strip to hold it, but when you're traveling, always latch it so they don't slam together and get broke. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Going up to the bedroom. This pulls up and there's storage underneath, of course. You have TV hookups here, right? And you can put a swing out bracket here. Get the one that swings out towards the bed, and then you can see it when you're laying down. Your emergency window works like they all do. Goes like this. You push it all the way through. Then you grab a hold of this red knob and pull the screen out, and you can escape in an emergency. Okay. Alrighty. I think that covers it. This is just a pantry here. And he left the light on. Okay. Okay. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. It should be part of your regular maintenance. You just want to know what's happening up there. You can't see it from the ground, obviously, so you got to take a look. You're just protecting your investment. So make sure you take care of that. And right now, the antifreeze has been purged from the system, obviously. It's got fresh water in it, and you're all set, ready to go, okay? Remember, your on-demand water heater will not work unless there's water, pressurized water, waiting to go into it, okay? All right, thank you.